What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Man, today's like almost 90 degrees, so bear with me. Check out the Eclipse. For today's video, I'm gonna prep the block, you know, clean it up, hone the cylinders a little bit, and a little touch up on the surface of the block, and then clean the outside of the block and paint it a little bit, give it a little touch up. Man, y'all gotta bear with me, it's pretty hot today. All right, guys, before we begin, I'm gonna do a little bit of unboxing. Well, it's pretty much some of the stuff's already out the box. I already looked at it. In the beginning of the video, if you notice how in the end of the intro it said OG Combustions, well, really, I've been thinking of a brand, and the reason why I named it OG Combustions, OG is really my initials, you know, Oscar Garcia, and then combustion, you know, the combustion that happens inside the cylinder with the pistons, and when it ignites, it forms a combustion. So, you know, it's car related, and you know, hopefully about 2 or 3 years, if everything gets big, I can make that brand as a shirt, make merches out of it. And I was really thinking about like painting it on intercoolers, and hopefully I could sell some intercoolers that says OG Combustions. But you know, I ain't trying to get ahead of myself, you know, it takes time. But as of right now, that's the name, and I'm gonna stick to it, not for the Eclipse, but whatever car build I have in the future. So right now I got the crankshaft front case seal and gasket. Got this from STM Tune. This right here is mainly for the block. You know, you got your head gaskets, the manifold gasket, and the intake manifold gaskets. And you know, you got the valve covers, seals. And then you got your valve stem seals, the exhaust and intake. And you know, it gives you a little list in there too of what, right here, what's all in there. Well, I'll take that back. That's the block and the heads. You know, the heads really don't use that much, but there's still some goodies in there for your heads. And you know, you got your lower end. You know, you got the gasket for the oil pan. I'm gonna try to add some more gasket maker for that. The front and the rear main seals, the front and rear gasket. It also comes with the water pump gasket, and there's some more, and a lot of O-rings. But like I said, the list is right here. And yeah, as you can see, I guess this is top line. You know, there's a lot of things that people say about top line, but I mean, if you know what you're doing, and hopefully you do it right, and hopefully nothing's warped, it'll keep it sealed. And like I said, this is stock, so I mean, y'all already know about the motors. They tend to leak, so hopefully I could get it sealed up as good as I can and watch for the leaks. But yep, not too bad. They don't really look, no cracks, no corrosion, no rust. You know, these are stock, you know, that ain't nothing to brag about. But then I got some standard size pistons from D&J. I mean, there's a lot of people that'll say something bad about these, you know, but like I said, we're trying to keep it stock. And like, there's people that said that they broke some of these on theirs, or it cracked on them. But like, this is like probably the second time I ordered from them, and when I spun the bearing the second time, you know, it was pretty much the bearing itself. The head, not the head, the piston heads tend to look like they were pretty good, but make sure to always make sure the part you're getting is for the exact car and the exact motor. Because sometimes you could just be like, oh, Mitsubishi Eclipse this, and next thing you know it might be a 428. But yeah, here you go, your wrist pins. You know, it's all packaged in there. They look really, really nice. Which I think. Got the coating on top. I've done a little bit, as you can see. Just a little bit, not too hard. You know, it's really nasty here. As you can see, don't look too bad right now compared to that one. I've been doing a little bit on all three. Just save one for the video. See how nasty that looks. I'm gonna get that down with this. Use this, and I'm gonna use this to get in the cylinders. I'm not gonna go too hard with this, just a little light, just to get a little bit of that, off. Just spray it down a little. Keep it going steady, up and down. You don't want to stay in one spot. Take a little break. Then you want to clean it a little bit, because you know it ends up building dirt and all that residue from all the rust, the little rust or burnt. And you know, if you're steady grinding, you're pretty much not cutting nothing, because the stones tend to get built up with all the dirt, and you know, you're pretty much just sliding over stuff. You kind of want to clean the stones a little bit. Try your best to get it. It's a little sticky. When you putting this in there, make sure you don't go all the way down deep, because you could hit the side of those journals of the block, and you could tend to mess up the stones. This cylinder hone is just for like cleaning and light sand. It ain't gonna bore it. I mean, you can stand here all day on one stone. On the full stones, and it really ain't gonna do much on the boring. But now the reason why you want to keep it a good pace going up and down, you want to make sure you give it a good cross pattern. Whenever you do this yourself, you will notice the scratches, and if you look at it closely, it will make a 45 degree or somewhere close to a cross pattern. You want to give it a good cross pattern, because supposedly from what I read and what I did, my research, if you stay in one spot, supposedly the oil will find its way over the rings or stay there, and it just gets pops inside the combustion, and you got more blow by it, and then you're pretty much gonna have to take this out, redo it, or get it honed. All right guys, I just did like probably 5 or 6 passes. I don't know if you can see that good. All right, now we're gonna clean the top of the heads real quick. Ain't too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna clean the face of it, just this side and the back side, and then hit it with a wire brush, a little bit of brake cleaner, and I'm gonna spray it. But for right now, I'm gonna tape all this. I'm gonna tape it up. Well, I'll take that back. First, I need some water. Man, it's hot. Only if I had a garage, but time will tell, time will tell. As of right now, do it yourself backyard boogies. So I got the top. I'm gonna do the same right here with the oil gallery. But first, you see all that gasket? Just get you a razor and just lightly get in there. It should come off. If it breaks, you know, you get in there, but don't try to hit it in so hard. You'll give it a deep scratch. And you know, just proceed with what you're doing. All right guys, well, I just got done taking off that rest of the gasket. Check it out. Don't look bad. Hit it with this right here. Once I got done, got that off, I'm gonna hit it a little bit more right there. This right here, I'm really not worried about. I'm gonna get another one, the whole bracket, but I'm gonna tape this over. Oh yeah, by the way, right here, make sure you clean this really good. There's a lot of dirt that be hiding in here, and it, you know, it could get in there and mess up something, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure you get this cleaned up, this area, real good. I just got done cleaning the block a little bit. I just scraped it off with a wire brush, used some brake cleaner. I did have some purple power, but I ran out, so I tried my best to get in there. And then after that, scratched it off with a scratch pad. Make sure to get it all straightened out flat and ready for paint. I just got done cleaning the block a little bit. I just scraped it off with a wire brush, used some brake cleaner. I did have some purple power, but I ran out, so I tried my best to get in there. All right, if this is your first time doing this, don't feel too bad if it don't come out as good. Just know that you're really not gonna see this when you install your motor in the car. So, you know, I just got me engine enamel, high gloss, black. It'll do all right for right now. I'm really not worried about the dipstick. I got another one. Not worried about this one. It's a little bent, and I got another one. But one thing, these bolts, well, the screw holes, make sure once you get done, and before you even do anything else, tap them to get that paint, the extra paint that's in there. Just tap it, and it'll cut it off and clean it, and you're good to go. I recommend you do that to every little screw hole you see. It will help. Check it out. Not too bad. But yeah, like I said, it ain't too bad. You know, it's just a little budget build. You know, I'm happy with it. That's all that matters. I'm not wasting too much money at a shop. But like, if it was pretty damaged, I would take it to a shop. But you know, it's not that damaged. I know I can fix it a little bit, touch it up here and there. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Surprised I didn't get myself dirty, but it really ain't that hard to do a little bit of build. You know, don't be afraid to do it. You know, you might mess up here and there. Make sure you got backup, another bolt, tool, another part. But yeah, it ain't too bad to build it yourself. You know, don't let nobody tell you can't do it. I mean, obviously you can't if you don't do it, but once you do it, you'll learn. You'll either get it right, but more than likely you don't get stuff right the first time. You know, you don't always get stuff right the first time. So be prepared to break something or over tighten something, or it just don't come out the right way. Just figure it out, do research, watch videos, and like I said, my videos, hopefully I can help somebody do some builds that I'm doing, some techniques that I'm doing, and some tips that I say. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, like I said, please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you. Peace.